What's up, guys, and welcome to another edition of Market Marauders. Today, we're going to be going over Innovative Industrial Properties Incorporated. Today, on the 4th of August 2019, the current stock price is at $102.71. If we go over the chart, this chart is their 5-year chart. It has steadily increased, but from July of 19 to now, around August, it's gone down, quite a bit. Uh, and we're gonna dive into the stock and see what's going on. So let's first go over the company profile. So Innovative Industrial Properties Incorporated is focused on acquisition, ownership, and management of specialized industrial properties leased to experienced state licensed operators for their regulated medical use of cannabis facilities. So basically, they buy places that uh, real estate property that basically produce cannabis products. So, the cannabis industry is constantly growing. Some people want to invest into uh, the cannabis companies themselves. So this is one way to do it, kind of a abstract way of doing it, kind of going to the company that helps the uh, basically cannabis industries to survive because they need facilities to make this product to distribute to people. So, it says as of July 29th, 2019, we own 26 properties that we were 100% leased to state licensed medical use cannabis operators and comprising an aggregate of approximately 2.0 million rentable square feet. So, it's a lot of real estate that they have, and these are all the states that they currently have the facilities in. So it's also a company that's a REIT. So if you guys don't know what a REIT is, it's a real estate investment trust. So they're basically companies that own and finance income producing real estate. So they basically acquire the real estate and then they lease it to people, and then they have a monthly income that comes in. So it's basically like sort of like a landlord, but it's like on a corporate level. So them being a REIT, they also have a dividend that they pay out. So this is their dividend record date that they have. So this basically shows the history of the dividend that they have given out. They have increased their dividend. First it started off at 15 cents, then it went to 25 cents, then 35 and 45 and 60, which is always a good thing when you have a company that increases their dividend. So it's a really good thing for shareholders to show that it's a good stock to have in any portfolio because you get these dividend payouts every quarter. So let's go into some of the press releases. So it says Innovative Industrial Properties acquires Michigan property and expands real estate partnership with AWH. So, basically this is the purchase price for the Michigan property was approximately $4.8 million. Concurrently with the closing purchase, they entered into a long-term triple net lease agreement with the subsidiary. This is AWH. Intend to operate property as licensed medical use cannabis cultivation and processing facility upon completion of redevelopment. So, this is just basically them saying that they purchased this property and how much they purchased it for. It says the property was 75,000 square feet, so it's not a small facility, it's a pretty large facility. And as everyone knows, in the U.S., cannabis sales are growing, and it's kind of a buzzword to say, oh, I'm involved in cannabis or invested in a cannabis stock. But I think as it progresses in the U.S., that this is kind of the beginning phases for becoming more and more popular. So you're kind of starting on ground level, but ultimately it's going to be up to legislation on whether this becomes more and more popular. But if you invest now and you're into the industry now, when it does boom, you'll be prized to be in a pretty good position. Secondly, you'll go over they acquire another property in Massachusetts. This was the 29th of July, so this was pretty recently. Basically, goes says that they got this property is approximately 150,000 square feet of industrial space from True Live Cannabis Corp. So basically, they're purchasing this property from another company that you know produces cannabis, and the facility is 150,000 square feet. So it's a pretty large facility. Way bigger than the other facility that we just talked about. So they're constantly growing with this real estate acquisition that they have. And then secondly, we're going to go over this basically is uh, their presentation that they give to their investors. So this is as of June 24th, 2019. So it basically shows the people who are over the company, their financials. But the one thing I want to go over is this section right here. So this is the portfolio and tenant roster. So it basically shows how much invested they are into these different companies. So uh, vertically integrated multi-state operator. Basically, all these companies um, are invested with this company. So they have a partnership with quite a bit of companies in the cannabis industry. So, if you're looking at it and you're like, hey, I don't know if I want to invest in this, like I never heard of this company before, it's kind of left field. They do have a good track record of partnerships with these companies. So, you can look up these companies individually and see their own individual track record. But, you know, these people are all tenants for this one company. So, as long as these companies are all profitable, then, it's going to increase the profitability of this company. So, you know, inno- innovative industries will continue to be a profitable company as long as these companies do well. And I'm pretty sure these companies are already doing pretty well because they started in the market really early. So my overall synopsis is I think that this is probably going to be a buy but hold for a long time, because with the way politics and stuff are going, this really isn't like the number one talked about agenda. you know um, it's kind of like still taboo uh, for a lot of people. So, you know, as far as the company as a whole, I think they have a really good business plan for being a REIT, and it's really good for investors to have uh, any sort of REIT basically because it gives you dividends, and that's money that goes directly to you, that you can invest to buy more shares of stock, or you can buy other stocks with it. So, I think the company as a whole is going to be very profitable, just basically when more laws are passed that can help these other companies that are partner with that one company. So I think it's going to be a hold. It's going to be a buy and hold for me, uh, just in the long term, just because the way that politics is going with this whole industry. Thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe at the bottom, and it's been another edition of Market Marauder.